Hello, everyone. And if you've watched my reactions to Mega Man Fully Charged thus far, you know that this is the finale, the season finale of Season 1. So let's see how this wraps up. And according to the description here, Airman is in this. So if this episode gives Airman some spotlight and none of the other, and doesn't introduce any of the other Robot Masters, then that means that the other Robot Masters shown off in the intro, like Elec Man, they're saving him for Season 2. Because obviously they haven't developed the overarching plot very much here. So yeah, they're obviously making Season 1 with Season 2 in mind. They just wanted to release all these episodes at once, it seems. Whoa! Hey, that guy was from earlier, with the Rush episode. Wait, no, that's Airman. He wasn't even in the opening. Or, that guy that looked like a potion in the back was not Airman at all. Full of hot air. I knew they were going to do that joke. This guy's really putting on airs. Am I right? Putting on airs. Man, if they don't use the joke that he's putting on airs, they really missed an opportunity here. And I bet they would regret it once they realize it, because this show obviously likes their wordplay. I'm a fan. Hilarious. That would be cool if on the toy the propellers can actually spin. What if they were like an actual like electric fan that you could turn on and it actually works? That somehow worked. Shouts of pain. The subtitle said shouts of pain before he even got hit. So how is he in pain? Oh. This guy reminds me of, this design of Airman reminds me of something. I'm trying to put my finger on it. That was a weird way to get over the wall there. All leading up to him becoming Dr. Wily himself. She was the class president. Oh, yeah. Peter Punkowski. It's not wrong. I dare anybody to cosplay as Peter Punkowski. I guess he was apprehensive about copying Blasto Woman's ability because then he would get some weird side effects from it. Oh yeah, he's getting pride from Airman. Woo! Burt Wiley for Prez. Got a pizza? Literally. I mean, in the end, it's about winners and losers. He thought of it in the bath. Okay. If he just said that, it would have been normal, but the fact that he was embarrassed about saying that made it weird. Napoleon. Does that mean Napoleon Bonaparte is in this universe? Is he going to run as Mega Man? Like, attend the school as Mega Man? But I mean, I thought the whole point of him not revealing his identity is so that he doesn't get, pestered in his day-to-day life with questions. Who does this version of Airman remind me of? Ooh. So much wordplay. Yeah, just blow the wind the other way. Punch. Ooh, airhead. Tell him to quit putting on airs. He just lost the election by doing that. He's probably ironically going to get elected because of that. And I'm majoring in political science, so there's a lot I can say about polls. Hiding behind a bush. Speaking of president stuff, I'm going to be streaming Metal Wolf Chaos XD when it releases on my Twitch channel. He's going to clog up his fan or something. What's disorienting him? Maybe the posters were getting him dizzy. Honk. They're giving it to Burt. What if he drops out And because of that, it gives the vote to him. That would be funny if it was Peter anyway. Don't be sorry, competition's good. That's going back on his policy. He just said free ice cream for anyone. Well, not him, but was he the one that said free ice cream for anyone that finishes their homework? Yeah. Now it's for anyone? Okay, so free ice cream for everyone was the line that wrapped up Season 1 of Mega Man Fully Charged. So yeah, let's double check just to make sure that really was the last episode. I'm pretty sure it is, though. So yeah, that obviously was not a series conclusion. They just wanted, I'm assuming they just wanted to release all of Season 1 at once. Yeah. That's the last episode. So, that was Mega Man Fully Charged. Thanks everyone for watching to see my reaction. What did you guys think about it? Overall, I would say it's slightly better than I expected it to be. I didn't really have high hopes, obviously. I still don't like the art style. Although, I think the art style only looks, like, particularly bad on some of the more human characters, like Suna and, Burt Wily. And I've been complaining about Burt Wily as being, like, a pointless character, but if he really does become Dr. Wily, I'll change my mind on that, because that would be kind of weird. Like, obviously they're making it predictable that he is Wily, but they're making it so predictable that I'm kind of like writing it off as just a little nod or a reference instead of him literally being the Dr. Wily from the original Mega Man. So yeah, I'm kind of curious to see if it's more than just a nod to Dr. Wily, or if he'll literally become like a version of Dr. Wily. But anyways, yeah. The music, I actually like the music. That was one thing I really like about the show, is the music. Yeah, but art style, I'm kind of grossed out from the art style. It kind of looks like something from Paw Patrol. I'm kind of curious to see how good the toys will be, how good the toy line will be. I mean, I know I shouldn't spend my money on that kind of thing, but I might buy Fireman. I liked his design, and I'm kind of curious to see like how the fire will be if it's like transparent plastic. Obviously, like I'll see if they're good quality figures or not. I think they're being made by Jakks Pacific, which I think like makes like toys for like really young kids for shows that are targeted towards kids, kind of like this one. So yeah, my hopes aren't too high. My expectations aren't too high for the toy line either, because toy quality has gone down over the years, if you guys have noticed. Yeah, it could be good. So I'm kind of curious about that. So yeah, the music I really liked in the show. Art style I do not like. I do like that they gave the Robot Masters, the enemies, more of their own side. Instead of them just being a two-dimensional villain, they actually, you know, had more motives, had more personal motives. I feel like that was a bit surprising for, you know, a little kid show that only had episodes of 11 minutes. I mean, I'm assuming it was targeted towards kids to kind of make Mega Man relevant again, because I'm thinking why they made it so targeted towards a younger audience is because they know that the majority of big Mega Man fans, you know, played the games back in the day, and, you know, Mega Man is only really known by, you know, the somewhat older audience. And so maybe they were specifically targeting the kids to familiarize them with Mega Man a bit before the release of Mega Man 11, maybe. That's just my theory on why they made it so targeted towards kids. Because I remember watching Mega Man Battle Network, the Battle Network anime, when I was like in grade school. You know, and I don't remember Battle Network could be enjoyed by kids. Like I enjoyed it, but I don't remember it being particularly like focused so hard on a child audience. I'm pretty sure like I said, I should probably rewatch it again, but the Battle Network anime, I think, was a lot more mature than this. More like a traditional anime in a sense. But yeah. So I liked... I think it also made it a bit more interesting. It added an interesting element to the plot where when Mega Man would copy an ability, like for example, when he copied Fireman, he also, as a side effect, copies part of their like state of mind or personality. Like when he copied Airman, he inherited his pride, and when he copied Fireman, he inherited his anger or wrath. And I don't think he inherited anything from any sort of side effect from Waveman. They could have been more consistent with that concept of him inheriting like some negative vice of a Robot Master, and then like learning how to cope with it, and then after he learns how to cope with it by taking it on, he could like teach the Robot Master how to overcome it. Like they did that with Fireman, but they were kind of inconsistent on that whole concept throughout the series. So yeah, that was like probably, I think that was one of the more interesting things about the show, and it could have been a bit more consistent. Like I think Blasta Woman's was greed, because she was wanting to sell the weapons for money. And so maybe if he copied her ability, and then he got really greedy, and then he was able to like overcome the greed and realize like why that's not a good pursuit, he could like explain to her why that's not good. You know, because they did that with Fireman. He got the anger, and then he was talking about how you need to control your anger, and you saw that Fireman actually started taking a hot yoga, whatever that was. So yeah, I think that was one of the more interesting concepts with the stories that this series did. So I hope that they make that a bit more consistent in season 2, if anybody involved with the development of the show is watching. What else can I say about the show? Yeah, like I said, even though it's not completely faithful to any of the other Mega Man iterations, there have been several Mega Man iterations, like the original one, Mega Man X, even though Mega Man X technically is in the same timeline as the original Mega Man because he's a separate character. Battle Network, Star Force, and then Mega Man Legends. I've never played Legends, actually, but I know that I was tracking video game news when video game journalists were covering production on Mega Man Legends 3 before it got canceled, and I remember a lot of people being kind of upset about Mega Man Legends 3 being canceled. Yeah, I've never actually played Mega Man Legends. My point is that there are a lot of iterations, so I'm not going to turn this down or give this series a negative just because it's not super faithful to any of the other previous iterations. Yeah, off the top of my head, I can't think of anything particularly. Besides those points. I mean, obviously the episodes are short, so you can't get much character development in. I feel like Rush could have been used a bit better. I mean, the only time Rush really got a part was when he ran away, which wasn't really... He didn't really get a time to shine, really. He could have helped him in some of the fights, I think. Give him more of a positive spotlight instead of just making him leave. Yeah, like some of the plot points were weird, like him leaving when Mega Man wanted him to help him clean. Yeah, there were a few weird things like that, and like some of the jokes kind of fell flat, but I'm assuming that's because they're targeting a younger audience. Like when Mega Man was like, "Oh, I know of a place that we can go to. I know exactly where Dr. Wright would take his date," and they go into an operating room during heart surgery. And Mega Man is like, "Oh, what? I thought hearts were related to love. This is where Dr. Wright would go." That was a very forced off-color joke, I think. That's probably the worst. That was probably the worst joke in the whole season. But yeah, there were there were a lot of several of the jokes kind of fell flat like that, but for the most part, they were funny enough. Some parts made me laugh. So yeah, I didn't have super high hopes for this show, but it was slightly better than expected, and the music was pretty good. And I'm hoping the toy line is high quality. So yes, once again, thanks everyone for watching. Tell me what you thought about the show. Tell me if you're looking forward to playing Mega Man 11, which is in no way related to the lore or story or universe of this series. At least I'm hoping so. yeah, Mega Man 11 looks like it's more in the vein of, more in the style of the original original 10 Mega Man series, if you include 9 and 10. But yeah, thanks everyone for watching. Tell me what you thought about the show. Tell me if I missed anything in the show, if there were any, specific references or something that I missed. I would love to have them pointed out. And if this is what you know me from this reaction video series, well, then you can find me on Twitch, because I stream every week. Right now, I'm kind of a variety streamer, but I focus on platformers and indies. And currently, I'm playing through Cuphead for a third time, because I played through it the first time on normal mode, then expert mode, and now I'm playing through a Cup Kaizo mod. It's called Cup Kaizo by Gabe Zone, which makes the game even more insanely difficult. And I'm also playing through Chasm on hard mode, which is a new indie game that was released on Steam on July 31st. And it's a procedurally generated Metroidvania game. So if you like Metroidvanias or just platformer games in general, you should check me out on Twitch. So yeah, the link to my Twitch is in the description. And once again, I have the link to the official website of Cartoon Network, so you can watch this Mega Man series on its official website, because this is by no means a redistribution of the product. This was for reviewing purposes and critiquing purposes. So yes, with that out of the way, thank you everyone for watching, and I will see you later.